Well, a motherfucker could never control me, only squeeze me and hold me. That's what it told me. But if she bold, G, now in the mouth is where my gold be, because I be pimping them like Goldie.
Man.
And if you don't know where that's from, then you have absolutely no idea who I'm really talking to right now. But it's cool. Get your history lesson after this conversation. Cool conversation with Cam Quotes. And I'm standing right next to, Chicago and hip-hop legend, Twista. What up, man? How you feeling?
You dig? What's up, man?
Good, good, man. Hey, yo, listen, as a kid from Freeport, Illinois, then living in Chicago, I gotta say, you a lot of people's favorite rapper, man. And it's not just Northern Illinois. I've lived in Atlanta for a year. I've been to Dallas. I've been to LA. Like, yeah, a lot of people's favorite rapper, man. So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Man.
Get a chance to talk with you, man, for real.
Yeah, man, that's an honor. Thank everybody that said that, too.
No, absolutely. So, Dark Horse, the new album.
Yes, sir.
Already out. Look, I got a copy in my hand, so that means you can get one in the stores right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk 2014. Now, why? In 2014, is Twista labeling himself a dark horse?
Because that's what it is, man. 2014, you got a new sound, new music, everybody doing their thing, but my sound has always, like, held its own over the years, you know, and survived the test of time. So I feel like by me taking a little hiatus for a few years up until this album, people got used to another sound. Okay. So I knew that coming out of the mist with my original sound and everything, it was going to catch everybody off guard, and I was going to be like a dark horse coming out succeeding unexpected, you know. So it really literally is what it is, you know. And then it's like also a metaphor for like the underdog too. The dark horse is somebody that you think that can't succeed to do their thing,
but they're gonna come through, smash everything out,
smash it. You already know
that's what the dark horses do.
Ain't
get that album if you ain't got it. All right. Now you in essence have you've kind of fathered a style and the flow, so just by that alone, you're considered a pioneer. Now, what exactly inspired you to rap the way you do? Was it something that you heard or something that you saw?
You know what it was? It was when I started rapping, I was good at it in the gate because I was one of the, you know, early guys that was doing it. What happened was I started to battle rap, you know, and when I would battle rap, man, it was one dude, then another dude, then I ate up you two, then a crew,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was eating them up, you know, and after a while I started to literally get bored with just making metaphors because I had that down pat, like just making metaphors.
All right.
And one day I just woke up. I even remember where I was in the house, a little kid. I remember I said, man, I want to change it up a little bit and make styles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's when the regular flow started to turn into, listen to the lyrics that I kick. Rap thicker, I flow quicker, I'm like liquor, so you're out of love it. Twista is the drink. So open up a bottle of it, sort of like a root. Then it started just switching and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I started tripling up the words. And took the words and dipping up the word. You know what I'm saying? Then it just got more and more advanced and turned into what it is.
All right, man. Hey, listen, perfecting your craft, man, and then smashing the world with it. That's what Twista been doing. So now, piggybacking off of that, how do you feel when you have cats that are trying to come in with that twist flow, that they want that sound, they want your cadence, and they trying to mimic what you're doing? Like, how does that make you feel?
Well, at this point in my career, I look at it like it's an honor. You know, early on in my career, when you're trying to come up with a style and then you start hearing people on this coast or that area start to say they made it up, that's when it was a little, what's the word I want to use? Chippy around. You know what I'm saying? It was a little chippy in the industry. Everybody wanted to own a style and was taking claim to it. But at this point, people like me, Bone Thugs, all of us, we realized that we helped just pioneer a sound. So when we hear people do it now, we just take it as, you know, a compliment.
No doubt. All right. Now, you got a on Dark Horse album out right now. All right. You got a joint called, you know, Want My Love on there. And then it's another joint. You always keep a couple joints on deck for the ladies, man. So so I got to know, do you expect new box every time you put out an album?
Man, you snap. Man, I expect that new box to fill these pockets up.
Hey, you know
hey, I expect to rock new box so I can get new knots. You know what I'm saying? We're going to roll like that.
There it is. Hey, take that how you want it, but come to a Twista show. You never know what could be in store for you. We're going to leave it at that. That's cool.
Man, all love and much love to the new box.
You know it. All right. Now, also, within the first 3 tracks, I hear you use the word or the name Chirac. Now, being that, you know, obviously you're from Chicago, I make it the point to only talk about Chicago to people from Chicago, and the negative connotation that it gets from a nationwide perspective. Why did you choose to use the word in a couple of your rhymes?
So people can ask me about it, and I can set them straight and educate them a little bit. You know, so by that time, the album was like certain songs were recorded already. So at that time, Chirac was still a term of endearment. It was like, man, letting you know how rough he is. Then it started to turn negative, but I had already recorded the song. Same thing when I recorded one song called Nothing Like Me, Lil Boosie had got out of jail. But I wanted people to just feel where I was at that place and time with that song, so I left those lines in there. And the same thing with the Chirac line. Like, I had an opportunity to kind of switch it out maybe real quick, but I'm like, you know what? That's where I was at that place and time when I was doing that. At that point, it was a term of endearment. So when people ask me about it, I'll let them know what it was, and then it would also bridge, or should I say, bring up another conversation about the violence, and that way I can just educate people a little better.
No doubt. That's what's up. I respect that. That's dope. January 27, 2004, Kamikaze album drop.
Yes, sir.
And obviously 2014, 10-year anniversary. Why did we not get some kind of commemoration on January 27 for that album?
For Kamikaze?
Yeah.
Man, after Kamikaze, I started to go through a lot of things business-wise.
Okay.
Actually, the industry started to go through a lot of things business-wise. Like, I don't know if people remember, but I was like one of the artists directly affected by the new wave of the internet and the way music started to get sent around. So, you know, once this hard copy became something you can press a button and send through a phone, every artist and every label changed what type of contracts they had and everything, and it had to be a new dynamic on how to make money. So in that time period, I went through a lot of things business-wise. And over my career, like, the one negative I have in my career is that I went through a lot of things that prevented me from dropping music when I could have, to please my fans a little more. The positive, I'm still here. That longevity, baby.
That's what's
Wait
up.
till y'all hear the next album.
Hey,
Listen
look,
to this one first, though.
And Kamikaze is just one of a plethora of albums over 10 years old from the legendary Twista. So celebrate Kamikaze, celebrate Adrenaline Rush, Adrenaline Rush, the saga continues, all of those. You know, the day after. Category F5.
True fan.
The day after. Man, look, just get the Twista catalog, man. Get yourself right. You know, it's a perfect storm. That's the one I was waiting for. That's right. That's right. All right. So, you used to kind of like partner up, and you did a couple joints with Speed Now Mobsters. Of course, we've seen you with Psychodrama, Do or Die, and you was even down with The Rock doing some collabs. But you've never been a part of like a real rap crew. So, if you had to choose your rap crew, and they could be from any era, any time, who would be in your rap crew?
Oh, man. That's a good question, you know, because I could jump anywhere. You know what I mean? One day I could say, hey, man, how dope would it be to be a member of Wu-Tang? Then you might turn around and look up and be like, man, how dope would it be to be a member of TDE? You know what I'm saying? You might be like, damn, I could be rocking with Juicy J, man, chilling next to Wiz Khalifa now. You know, so there's so many places you can take it just with the music. I can go throwback with it and be like, man, I wish I was on the All in the Same Gang song. You know what I'm saying? Just so many places with it, man. But one of the first things that come to my mind when you think crew, I think Wu-Tang was one of the most dominant crews ever to come out, you know, period, and in that era. So I would love to be a part of something as big and as colossal as that.
Twista on the RZA beat.
You already know. You already know.
Hit my mans, yo.
Twista, honorary Wu-Tang member. You already know that. What up, Raekwon? You dig?
You know what I'm saying?
Red, what up?
Exactly. Look, Dark Horse.
Ghostface Killer, what up? Inspector Deck, what up?
You know what I'm saying? Dark Horse is in the stores right now. Y'all make sure y'all get it. It's been another cool conversation with Cam Quotes for BehindTheRhyme.com. Be safe, be humble, live hip-hop, and we out. You can't be bogus and deny that.